Hey, there we go. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You're watching Gears and Arms, and today decided to work on the Falcon just a little bit. I still don't have all the parts I need yet, but what I do have is a starter. So I'm gonna try and get that on today. See if I can get this engine to crank over, and then also see about cleaning it up a little bit. Alrighty, sorry about any wind noise. It's not super windy here, but the camera picks it up quite well, unfortunately. So picked this starter up from a friend, and I am still in need of a carburetor. It was missing when I got the car, and then also a distributor, and I'll show you why. So the car came with two distributors. One was in the trunk, one was in the engine. This is the distributor that was in the trunk. As you can see, it is missing the gear, the drive gear. And so I assumed that they pulled it off because the ignition, or the distributor that was in the car is a newer electronic ignition, or electronic ignition style one. So I assumed that they robbed the gear off to put it on this one. So I pulled this one out because I wanted to run the points one anyways. Lo and behold, the one that was in the engine did not have a gear on it. I don't get that. There's a lot about this car that I don't understand. The more I work on it, the more confused I am by it. So yes, I am still looking for a distributor or a gear. I can buy a gear. They're like 18 bucks on Rock Auto. But I just don't really want to dump any money into this engine because I'm not keeping it. So that's the problem I'm running into. I'm still looking around trying to see about sourcing one. So I'm gonna get the starter on and see if this thing turns over. Alright, this battery might be dead, I'm not sure. Probably should check that first. Alright, I just got this cable hooked straight to the starter. Oh, come on. See if it does anything. We'll clear the fan. Oop. Sparks. Try and tighten it up a little more. Try again. Hey, there we go. Oh, probably shouldn't have that there. Hey, it turns over. Well, that's cool. Ooh, it smells nasty gas. Well, what I'm going to do now is get a starter solenoid put on it and then see if I can't figure out what wiring goes where. Yeah, got two wires here. Wow, there's a nest of wiring here. Hey. Alright, let me try and tackle that. Alright, so I got the ignition, or starter solenoid installed, there we go. Cables are all hooked up. I'm assuming that this cable is where this goes. The bolt holes here were, again, what I'm assuming is where the original starter solenoid was, just kind of like everything fit well. This kind of lined up with this well, so I'm assuming that's where that goes. The only issue now is I left the key at home, so I'm gonna need to run home real quick, grab the key, and then figure out what I need to, where my key on power is for this. So back in a second. Okay, so I went home, got the key, threw the battery in, hooked everything up. I did have these two wires that were kind of chilling in this area, one red, one black. So I've hooked the one up to the solenoid. All right, let's give that a shot. Ha! Oh, that is awesome. That is really awesome. Okay, well, now I just need other parts. I wonder what else works in this thing. All right, let's see if we got working lights at all. Ah, that's cool. High beams, maybe? Can't tell. You'll tell on video. Curious if anything else in here works. What would work? There's no wipers. I don't think. Well, I can see if it works. Oh wait, no, I can't. There's no switch. That's choke, defrost, that won't do anything. Hole for temp. Oh, that won't do anything. This is a fan. Oh wait, key might have to be on. No fan. What is all this? You know what happened to this thing? So there's this white powder everywhere. And looking at these knobs, they're like deteriorating. I think this thing had a fire. That is fire extinguisher dust. And these knobs are melted. Like, and crumbly. That's probably why there's no carpet in here too. This had some sort of an interior fire. Oh yeah, because the heater box down here is gone. Burnt looking. Anything else burnt looking? Huh. What is that? There's a switch down here. Don't know what it does. Maybe that was the wipers? My key's still on? Yeah, my key's still on. Maybe that was for the wipers, since there wasn't another switch. It's not doing anything now. No radio, and no taillights. So, yeah, that's all that's gonna work in this thing. That's too cool though. If I had a distributor with a gear and a carburetor, I would definitely be trying to get this thing running. But I don't. Oh yeah, there's more damage. So it's all blackened here, and this knob is melted, and this is all melted too. It's not just water damage, that's actually melted. So this thing, oh man, this car, if it could tell me, if it could speak, there we go, that's what I'm going for. If it could speak, it would probably tell me a bunch, because there's a lot going on in this car that's just a mystery. In order to get this running, I still need to get the carburetor on it, or adapter carb to fit on it, and then solve my distributor problem that I got. Maybe. This is a, can't really see it. It's a drive gear because both distributors I have are missing drive gears. So I'll throw that on there, throw that distributor in, and see if we have spark. Alright guys, so first things first, I got the old distributor here, and I got my new gear and the roll pin. So I'm going to start off by getting that slapped on there. See how well this goes. Oh, it's actually fitting on there decent. A little tight. Get a little hammer. Somebody had been hammering on the end of this distributor shaft, and so it was all mushroomed out, so that's why you saw me filing that there for a minute. Let me see if I can get this thing stuck back in here. I may need to clean up the oil pump drive area. We'll see. Wow. A little bit of corrosion. I need to clean that up. It probably honestly needs a cap, but I'm not gonna worry about that. Well, we'll see if we can get it running with it. Alright, let's see if this will work. Yep. Alright, I'm just going to wire this how I want to wire it, not how the cap says to wire it. Doesn't really matter as long as the firing order is right and the timing's right, but I do need to clean this cap up, so give me a second. Okay, so I got that cap kind of cleaned up. It's not the best, not the worst. Looked up the firing order, 153624. So I'm going to snug this distributor up just a little bit. One is right at my notch. Again, I would be very surprised if this thing has spark. Okay, no spark. Alright, let me figure out why this thing doesn't spark. Alright guys, so I ran over to Hoopy's shop real quick. I grabbed another coil, grabbed a couple extra spark plugs so that I don't have to pull it out of the engine to test for spark. And I grabbed a spark plug wire, a couple of them, from an engine he had sitting there. So I'm going to try this coil. As you can see, I'm starting to lose daylight, so I'm going to give this a shot. If this doesn't work, then I'll probably just call it for the night. But let me get this coil set in here and go from there. Okay, let me make sure I got power to that coil. Oh, I thought there was a key on. That is not what I would call a decent plug wire. All sorts of junk going in it. There we go. That should be a bit better. Oh, now that it's a little darker, I can see if I got spark easier. Alright, well I'm going to tinker with this a little bit more, see if I can get spark. If I get spark, flip the camera back on and see if we can get it to fire up. Alright guys, so I've made a little bit of progress. I realized that I was getting a voltage drop going to the coil. I was only getting like 5 volts going to the coil. So I got rid of the factory wiring and I just ran a wire straight to the coil. And I made a rookie mistake. I should have filed the points. So I took some sandpaper and filed the points, and I have spark now. So I'm gonna spray some starting fluid in it. It should pop and bang. Let's find out. Hey. Well, there's some pops. It'd be nice to have a carburetor. Starter wire smoking. Well, it started to pick up a little bit more. I don't know what all cylinders were firing, but well guys, I think until I get the carb put on it, that's about the best I can do. Because obviously it's trying to run wide open. Cool. Cool. That's exciting. I didn't think it would be that easy to get spark going on this thing, as messed up as everything was. Cool. I keep saying cool, but it's cool. Oh man. Hold up guys, don't go anywhere yet. I just come up with a kind of a crazy idea. I want to see if it works. Okay. As you might be able to see on the carb, well, not the carb, on the intake, I took a washer and I taped it to the intake, and it's got like a 1/4 inch hole in it to meter the airflow. I want to see if I can get it to start and maybe run-ish with a washer instead of a carburetor. Let's go. It's probably still too much airflow. Cut the airflow way off on it. Well, didn't really work. Worked better, but alright, yep. I need to get carb on this thing. And the battery's dying. And it's late. Alrighty. Well guys, that's all the farther I can take this thing right now without a carb on it. I'm working on an adapter right now. That'll be an upcoming episode because I need to adapt from the 2-barrel carburetor I have to the 1-barrel intake. So I'm working on that right now. Tune in because that's going to be in an upcoming episode. And also I'm going to get this car cleaned up. It is disgusting. It's got mold and moss and mildew all over it. The interior is full of trash, literally trash. So I'm going to get that all cleaned up. So be on the lookout for some future episodes coming up on the Falcon again. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, subscribe and then click that bell so that you guys don't miss out on any of the episodes for the Falcon, the custom line, or the Hawk project. All different things I got going on right now. Guys, I appreciate you watching. Drop any questions or comments down below and tune in next time.